and Mr. Callahan. I'm really interested in the motivations of the cover-up. And you addressed that, Mr. Callahan, is that the government is fearful, that the government doesn't want to scare us. But this really is a government that doesn't mind scaring us. We still have orange alerts and red alerts, and they scare us all the time. It keeps people in work. So I'm wondering why you think, and you just state that that's the reason and that's it. Is that really the motivation for a government that doesn't mind scaring us?
Inspector? I like calling you Inspector Callahan. I'm getting a big...
That's fine. I've been called a lot worse. You remember the air traffic controller strike where Reagan fired 11,000 controllers? And he brought in military people that just got out of the service, and some even got out early so they can come and help. And we had a few people left over that stayed in. Not all bad controllers walked out, and not all good controllers stayed in. Okay, so we had a bad system that we didn't know what to do with. And we're trying to train these guys overnight for something that normally takes 3 or 5 years, and we're doing this accelerated thing that was very scary. Part of the problem during that period of time was we had to make sure that the American public didn't lose confidence in air traffic and stop traveling from one place to the other. Part of my job during then was spin control. We had to send little Twixes out that says how great and wonderful we are and how the system is as good today as it was a year ago, and not to worry about it. Right after they put 2 airplanes together over California twice in 1 week, 2 mid-air collisions, we had to construct a Twix that says the system is safer now than it was a year ago, which was impossible. Well, we did that constantly. So, yeah, do they want to scare the public? I believe that's part of the problem. We in America, in U.S., are supposed to be the most technical country on the planet. How can we as American citizens say there is somebody someplace else who is more technical than us that can travel from one planet to the other when we're having problems getting across the country without running into each other? So there is a problem with the mindset. We don't want the American public to think that we aren't number one, and we want to make sure you understand that everything is okay, so we're not going to throw anything out there that changes that philosophy. It's a mindset that the government has. We're like Marines.
I'd like to just say one final word, which is that it's been wonderful to share this panel with these distinguished gentlemen, and I appreciate their personal courage in laying it out there in the public, their stories. It takes courage, and we all appreciate James Fox and Leslie Kane for everything that they've done to make this historic event happen and go so smoothly. So thank you all very much.
Radiation levels were extremely high on it, and they never released that information to the U.S. Air Force. But if I had to do it again, I probably wouldn't have got that close. Okay? I probably wouldn't have touched it. I probably would have stayed a little distance away. It sort of concerns me that way.
And do you believe definitely it have to be a UFO? You said it just started to blink again, the lights on.
I don't believe in UFOs. It's a craft of unknown origin. I don't know.
Suppose we come out and say, here it is, this is where we are, and this is what we're trying to do. I think the public now is old enough and wise enough that they can handle the truth. Remember back 40, 50 years ago at that Halloween, I forget the show.
I'm looking for something. We're trying to put it on today's newscast.
Que quieren ponerlo algo ahorita en la noticia.
Ah, ahorita. Sí. No hay problema, yo te lo puedo alcanzar.
No, que James te autorice.
O James te autoriza, ¿no? Fuerte con James.
Yeah, there shouldn't be a problem.
In favor of one religion over another.
Unfortunately, I just found out from Mr. Pope over here. There's a British MOD document I just seen today after 30 years.
Suppose we come out and say, here it is, this is where we are, and this is what we're trying to do. I think the public now is old enough and wise enough that they can handle the truth. Remember back 40, 50 years ago at that Halloween, I forget that movie directed it, that did that Martians are landing on the radio and it scared the population.
Orson Welles, yeah.
Yeah, also, remember all those people that got hurt and whatnot? Well, that's the same thing they're afraid of. If they come out today and say,